that is some Thursday morning motivation for you. So as you go into your day, into the rest of your day today, just ruminate or think of it. Welcome to the conversation on TOSTV Network, your digital first on African News Network, reaching you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital city. And of course, my name is Adesuwa Osuyi. Today on the conversation, I'm going to be talking about a bill that's killed the second reading yesterday at the House of Representatives, and sparked some conversation amongst young people in Nigeria, and that's what we're going to be talking about. But before then, I'll be bringing you COVID-19 updates from across Africa, and after that, it's straight into the conversation. That's the big story. You're still watching the conversation on TOSTV Network, and as I always tell you, you should be a part of the conversation. Just follow us across all social media platforms. It's the TOSTV Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube. It's TOSTV Network as well. And our website, to read stories happening from across the world, it's www.tostvnetwork.com. Now moving straight into the conversation. So yesterday, the NYSC Trust Fund bill actually scaled second reading at the House of Representatives. The bill, if enacted into law, would actually help to pool funds to enhance skills and entrepreneurship development program for core members, even, after their service here. And to join me, in just looking at that, looking at how NYSC is a tool for socio-economic transformation, is Comrade Jonathan Onoja Isaac, a security and policy consultant. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Adesuwa. It's my pleasure.
Yes, it's a pleasure to actually have you. So how do you feel about, the prospect of having a trust fund for the National Youth Service Corps members?
Well, the NYSC Trust Fund bill, the arrival of this bill is timely, and then it shows that Nigeria is heading well to socialism, and because over the years we've managed capitalism and socialism together in economics. But then, aside that, it's going to make education more enticing, and then with the situations of insecurity across the nation today, trust me that the NYSC Trust Fund bill, when passed into law, will address majorly most of the issues of insecurity, because youth restiveness, of course, because the numbers of unemployed youths and unemployed soldiers, foot soldiers parading the streets across the nation today is also a threat to our national security. So with the situations of NYSC Trust Fund bill, I am confident that when passed into law, we addressed most of the problems facing the youth today. Okay,
it has been said, I know a lot of times people have said the NYSC scheme is actually, has played a huge role in the social and economic development of Nigeria. So this bill, how would this fund, say the bill has been enacted into law, how would it actually enhance that? How would it drive, development for the country?
Okay, one of the prospects in this bill that so many Nigerians are so much happy with is the ideas of skills acquisitions and the entrepreneurship programs for corp members. And thereafter, the bill also addressed the issues of startup capitals for youth, young graduates and all of that. So it will address issues of unemployment as for our youth, which we all said it is a welcome development. So to me, I believe that the NYSC Trust Fund is not just for just the youth per se. It's going to equally address majorly the issues of camping, talking about social amenities around the areas where those camps are situated. So a lot of things and benefits are coming from those areas. And then you see a youth who just graduated from school today in a current Nigeria, seeking for jobs in also most of these government institutions become very difficult. But then with what is on ground now, independency has come also on the part of youth to now find and drive something better, because the issues of white-collar job is in absence of creativity, which I've often said. So with what they have going to do, having them trained, this is beyond the normal excursions we go in schools, but this is having them trained on different skills and all of that. We are going to be now competing with what China is doing today, where you see just a young boy of primary C's or just S1, just S2 has been taught on something that he can produce, even without any support of government. But then, with government supporting this youth into different ventures, trust me, we'll get rid of some of the problems we're having in this country. That is where I see it. And then, you see today, it will address majorly most of the case of camping, where you go to our camps today, you don't even see proper measures put in place. Most of the places are very volatile, and at the same time, the things put in place there are no proper architectural designs that we're going to show to people that this is a camp. So most times these things are equally affecting the psychologies of our young graduates. But when we now have a good facilities put in place, and then having these COP members checkmate with some of these excesses that is going on around the camps today, like in some of the world where government sponsors educations and all of that. If you sponsor your education from primary 1 down to GSS2, the only thing, or to a secondary school level, one of the conditions why you will not be sponsored is that for a female, if you are pregnant. And for a male, should you not get involved in any robbery issues, you are out of it. So government will not sponsor you. So with some of these things, telling our youth that once you are expelled from the camp with these characters or anything, that you're not getting any benefit of such, they will come down and learn what brought them there, and go home free. So it's going to equally address, to me, aside what is scripted in the bill, is going to address what we call moral decadence in our society today, because they will have to, learn exactly what brought them to the camp, knowing too well that it is detrimental when they are being dismissed or expelled from camp.
In your paper you presented yesterday, you did say that the National Assembly should see the passage of this bill as a matter of national concern. Why is that?
I think we are no longer looking at our individual pockets or interest. Some of us have failed the bill. And then, like I said, I compliment and salute the doggedness of the Director General of the Nysctrustfund, and at the NYSC, and at the same time, the leadership of the National Assembly. With what they have done, there will be no need going back as to wait whether who or he or she will be coming to say thank you to you before doing the needful. I expect that after the public hearing now, we expect the National Assembly, the House of Reps, to transfer this bill to the Senate for onward transmission to Mr. President for his assent. There will be no better time than now, looking at the situations of insecurity across the nation. We need this bill for our youth to be happy, and this is going to be, like I said in the paper, it's going to be one of the legacy of His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari when he leaves office. The His Excellency, the Gowon's administration have done the needful in bringing this NYSC to fruition. So it's going to be another accolade to His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari if he finally consider this bill and assent to it in the nearest days to come, because there will be no time. If this is done, it's going to be recorded in his time. And if it is not done, of course, there are government that is still going to come and do it. But will it take the glory? The answer is no. So I have always commended, and I say, do it and take the glory. That is my last words for His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari.
Okay, before we wrap up, actually, do you think that this is a sustainable idea? Because we have I think personally that we have a culture of not sustaining, ideas and projects. Sustainability and maintenance is actually a huge problem, when it comes to projects and initiatives in Nigeria. So this one, do you think is a sustainable idea, or do you think it will actually stand the test of time?
I'm going to run you an inference. And then I'll bring you to a conclusion why this is different from the usual trust fund we have had, and also the leadership of those trust funds, like you have said. I want to believe that the leadership of the NYSC scheme can never compromise the standard they have bettered today. And that is the reason I have always enjoyed the military personnel managing that level at the top echelon, because of the standard they have wanted to build for the Nigerian youth. One of the things I will let you know today is that the NYSC trust fund is not just like any other trust fund, because the youth you're talking about are graduates that are going to be captured. They are graduates that you have their matriculations number. They are graduates that have passed out from different institutions and their data are there to verify. So you don't just dash out money to anybody on the streets of Abuja because you want to help. It is not COVID-19 loan that is given to anybody, even to ghost. So this is people that are verifiable, the people that are traceable. For someone to access that grant, for someone to access that, you must be a graduate. That is it, because there are other different government agents, government programs that are taking care of non-graduate, persons. So this is strictly for graduates, and also the building of facilities across the nation for those youth. So if you build Camp 1 in Maiduguri, there is verifiable. You build Camp 1 with so amount, and they are going to see it. If 100,000 or about 1 million or 5 million or 10 million, depending on the numbers, graduated from a particular camp, and they are trained in a particular skills, they are data to verify those numbers. Because you cannot have 200 people graduating from a particular camp, and you are now bringing a list of 500 people. Excuse me, where are the graduates that graduate from this camp? Their list must be verifiable. You understand me? The institutions they are coming from must be verified. So this is where I say that the building of this bill is one of the perfect legislatures that I have seen, framework I have seen in recent times, especially in the Ninth Assembly. And that's why I commend the leadership of the Ninth Assembly, and equally I'm commending His Excellency President Buhari, because this is an executive bill. So it shows that the government, because it's government that is bringing up this bill, the NYSC is a government agency. So it means that they have the minds of Nigerians in their heart. They have the feelings of the Nigerian youth in their heart. And I must say that it must come to pass so that Nigeria can celebrate this country.
Okay, thank you so much for joining me on the show this morning.
It is always my pleasure.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Thank you for staying with me up until this time on the conversation. Do not forget to join me same time, same channel tomorrow. But before then, be a part of the community. Follow us across all social media platforms. It's TOSTV Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The channel to subscribe to on YouTube is TOSTV Network. And of course, stream our website, www.tostvnetwork.com, for news, stories and happenings from across the world. My name is Adesu. I'll see you. Join me again tomorrow.